On Panthers TV in association with Jeremias Chimney Systems. Delighted to be joined by new assistant coach and netminding coach, Kevin Moore. Kevin, first of all, welcome to Nottingham and thanks for joining us. How much are you looking forward to coming over to the UK and being part of the Panthers?
I'm so excited. I'm honestly just counting the days till I can move and get settled and get going. And I'm just thrilled to be joining the Panthers.
We'll go into a bit about your career very shortly indeed, but what was it that attracted you to leave North America and come across to the UK and in particular Nottingham?
I think just trying to learn from different people, learning about Jonathan and Omar and kind of what their background is. I just really wanted to kind of expand my coaching horizons, I guess, and just learn from different perspectives, learn from different people, and certainly different cultures and things like that. So that the big thing really was just learning based, to be honest.
I mean, you've had a career as a netminder, but you quite quickly got into coaching. What was your thinking behind that? You obviously took up coaching at a young age.
Yeah. So for me growing up and through high school and college, I had a lot of really good coaches and guys who kind of took me under their wing and were my mentors. And the reason I really got into coaching was so I could make connections with people and sort of help them achieve their goals and help them learn how to kind of hit peak performance for themselves. And but I jumped into it early because of my mentors and wanting to kind of be like them and follow in their footsteps.
Just going through your career, obviously, and talking through your NCAA goaltending coach, it strikes me that that's a top level, obviously, of college hockey in North America. Just what was that experience like working with some of the best prospects in world ice hockey?
It's awesome. I mean, I certainly I felt like every year with each set of goalies I had in college, they taught me as much as hopefully I taught them. And uh just really learning that it takes different personalities and different styles. And there's just, you can't put a goalie in a box. You just have to appreciate them for what they are and try to maximize their strengths. And so being able to work with athletes of that caliber, it really pushed me as a coach to kind of grow and have a more well-rounded approach to coaching the goalies. And certainly it's a lot of fun. I mean, the other side of coaching is you want to be with guys who want to be the best. And certainly that's what the college goalies were like. And my experience as pro has been the same.
Looking at your career, to me, it looks, and you can perhaps, talk to me about that it was a dramatic rise. One moment you were a goaltending coach in the NCAA, then you're an assistant coach, and then you're a head coach. That's quite a rapid, ascent through the roles. How was that journey for you?
It was exciting. I mean, like I touched on, mentors was why I got into coaching, and then I got lucky to have really good mentors once I was sort of moving along in my career. Being around Ron Fogarty at Princeton and Adam Krug at Adrian. Uh, they were just guys who really took the time to teach me the things that maybe I wouldn't have known just having played goalie. And certainly they also valued my opinion, where we could all be in a room and throw stuff at the walls and see if it stuck. And uh so going through that, I mean, I think just a lot of people invested in me, and that's why there was sort of a quick ascent to being a head coach.
And then last year you got that chance, that assistant coach role at Indy Fuel in the highly rated East Coast Hockey League. How did that season go?
It was awesome. Another learning year for me. Obviously, my first year pro, and I couldn't have worked under a better guy to teach me sort of the intricacies of pro with Duncan Dalmeo. He's just a brilliant coach, and I have so much respect for how he approaches teaching, systems and tactics, but also teaching little details. And he was able to pass that on to me. So it was a great experience that way. And, we set franchise record for points and wins, and we had a lot of success. And, for me, I was just happy to be a part of that and contribute however they needed me to.
Looking from afar, I think the East Coast, and you can tell me whether I'm talking sense or rubbish, but the East Coast Hockey League looks to be a much younger league than it perhaps was a decade or so ago. And the Panthers are clearly in the early days signing a team of young, speedy players. Do you think you can draw on your experiences from what you've had in the East Coast to the Panthers in this coming season?
Absolutely. I mean, certainly last year when I jumped into pro, I didn't totally know what to expect in terms of the age and whatnot, but it felt just like college. I mean, certainly NCAA hockey players are generally older, so I was actually at different points coaching veterans who maybe were younger than the freshmen in college. And so it was really comfortable just dealing with that, I guess, generational player. And certainly I don't feel like I'm out of touch with the younger guys, and the older veterans on the team were about my age, so that worked. And yeah, I think it will be really helpful going to Nottingham. And but coaching, it's not just about the age and their experiences. It's about connecting. And so whatever their age is, I'll find a way to connect with the players.
I mean, I think this is an obvious answer from a netminding coach, but I'm going to ask you, like, just how crucial do you think that position is on any team, that those netminding roles to a team, makeup really?
It's huge. I mean, it's huge because that's the backbone of the team. And really, I think you couple that with the defensemen, and everything starts from the net out. And if your team is confident in your goalie, you go into every game feeling like you have a chance to win, even when you're losing. And I think that's the important part for the goalies, is having that sort of even keel, consistent mentality where you're able to deal with any adversities in season, in game, calmly and confidently, and that kind of rubs off on the team around you. And that's what gives teams the ability to just play their game and either lock down leads or come back from deficits.
I mean, how much do you know about the UK and the Nottingham Panthers? Is there much do you know many people that have been here, that have played here? How much advice were you able to take?
Yeah, quite a few people, at least my age, had played there. And our goaltender and one of our goaltenders in Indy this year, Zach Driscoll, started the year in the league, and so he was able to give me some advice. And certainly Omar's been very helpful with that, and talks with him. So yeah, I'm trying to draw on as much info as I can. I certainly knew a little bit going in, but I know there's a learning curve, and I'm certainly coming in just trying to absorb as much as I can.
And what about the excitement? First time away from North America, it's a different challenge, isn't it? It's something very different for you. How do you sit on the excitement of that?
Oh, I'm thrilled about that. I mean, I'm somebody who every off season I go on a big trip and I travel. And so having been to Europe a handful of times, both for holiday and just for professional hockey stuff, when I worked with the Halinka team, we were in Slovakia. And uh, it just I'm just really, really excited to jump in and be somewhere for a long period of time, and not just be somewhere for like 2-3 weeks, but really, put some roots down and just enjoy everything about it.
Wonderful. Well, listen, we look forward to catching up with you properly and seeing you soon. But for now, Kevin, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it.